Okay, I think we'll go ahead and get started. My name is Regina Cross. I direct this Spartan Pathways travel program, and I'm pleased that you could join us today. We have also with us Claudia Bozel, who is your host for the tour. And so I think what we'll do is go ahead and just get started with some introductions. I'm going to introduce Claudia first. And then what I'll probably do is just call on each of you so you could say your name, what your major is, and what plans you have for the future. So go ahead, Claudia, go ahead.
Okay, I'm Claudia. Obviously, I'll be your MSU host this year. I'm graduating this semester with an environmental geoscience major. And in terms of future plans, those are still TBD. I am actively searching for some kind of consulting position, but we'll see what comes out of that. One thing that I did want to mention is that I made a group meet earlier with hopefully everybody's phone numbers, but I know that some of them got confused. So if you just wanted to let me know if you were in that group meet or not, that way we can get everybody kind of squared away for just staying in contact and things like that for the trip. Also, if you guys, because this is a Zoom meeting, if you were at all interested in getting to know everybody, we can use that as a resource to kind of connect and get to know each other, maybe go out somewhere or something before the trip so that, yeah, we can all just get to know each other. So, yeah.
Thank you, Claudia. Okay, all right. Based on my list, I have Alyssa next. If you want to unmute yourself and introduce.
Is that me?
Yes, I'm sorry, Alyssa Westberg. Yes. Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Perfect. My name is Alyssa. I graduated last May with a Bachelor's of Science in Human Biology. I'm taking my gap year right now, and then I'm applying for grad school for health informatics. So I'll be starting that this fall. What else was I supposed to say?
Oh, I think you covered it.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Actually, what I'm going to do is ask Jesse, can you unshare your screen just so that we can make it? That will help. There we go. Okay. Angela Baglio.
Hi.
Oh, I'm sorry, Angelina.
My major is hospitality. Well, I guess I'm Angelina. Sorry, I should start with that. My major is hospitality business. My plans after graduation are within the meeting and event planning world. Nothing secured yet, but yeah, was that everything?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. All right, AJ Felton.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can't see you, but
Can you see me?
Yes.
That's me.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Arthur. I'm a finance student. And next year I'm going to law school. So I guess that's it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Great. Okay, Bailey Bocut.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so my name is Bailey. I am a microbiology major, and next year I'm going to grad school for microbiology.
Wonderful, thank you. Next we have Bree Smith.
Hi, that's me. I'm Bree. I am graduating this spring with a kinesiology degree. and then I'm planning to apply to PA school.
Wonderful. All right, Claire Kapsky.
Hi, everyone. My name's Claire. I am a human biology major. I am also graduating in May. And my plans for after graduation are moving to Grand Rapids and starting PA school at the end of August.
Wonderful. Great. Okay, we have Emily, and I'm sorry, Emily, I don't want to butcher your last name.
No, that's okay. So I'm Emily. My last name is Shawakala. And I am graduating in May with my degree in quantitative risk analytics. And after graduation, I will be working as a claims adjuster.
Good. Wonderful. Hayden. We have Hayden, and I don't want to butcher your last name either. So
Hi, I'm Hayden. Last name's Gargiulo. I am a supply chain management major. And then in August, I am starting a job doing data analytic consulting for Plant Moran.
wonderful. Okay, Holly Deemers.
Hi, I'm Holly. I just graduated this past December 2022 with my master's in environmental engineering, and I currently work as a municipal engineer.
Wonderful. Jaslyn Wright.
Hi, I'm Jaslyn. I graduated last May with a kinesiology degree, and I'm applying to PA school this year.
Great. Jenna Tessner.
Hi, I'm Jenna. I'm graduating in May with a double major in marketing and fashion design. And after graduation, I'm going to do social media marketing with a bridal company.
Wonderful. Jordan Arnold, excuse me.
Hi, so I'll be graduating this May with mechanical engineering, and I'll be working in Germany at a laser robotic welding company.
All right. The next is just Josh. I think we have two Joshes, so I'm not sure which one.
I can go first then. My name's Josh. I'll be graduating this year as a chemical engineer. I'm still looking for a job at the moment.
Okay, wonderful. Giovanna.
Hi, I'm Giovanna. I graduated in December with kinesiology, and I'm going into medical device sales this summer.
Wonderful. Costa. Are you there, Costa? Okay, we'll switch on to Christina.
Hello?
Oops, there you are. Go ahead.
Hey, my name's Costa. Why is my video? There we go. I'm with actually two other people here.
Hi.
Okay, good.
I'm
Hi,
with,
Reagan.
Hello.
yeah, I'm an econ major, and then I don't know, I'm gonna go master's for data science somewhere.
Hi, my name is Reagan Uten. I am graduating in May with a bachelor's in digital marketing. And
hi, I'm Alex Arnold. I'm graduating in December with mechanical engineering degree, and I'll be working in Italy this summer.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Christina Kolacek.
Hi, same thing. I've actually got two people who are also going on the trip with me as well.
Yeah, perfect.
So I'm a senior. I'm also studying kinesiology. I'll be graduating this May, and then plans afterwards. I got a job downtown Detroit, so that's where I'll be.
All right.
I'm studying, my name's Hannah, and I'm studying elementary education, so I'm doing my student teaching next year.
And I'm Allie. I'm studying supply chain, and I'm going back to Colorado and working in aerospace.
Wonderful. Oh, okay. Next we have Kylie Kuskowski.
Yeah, my name's Kylie. I'm graduating in May with a degree in mechanical engineering. And after this trip, I'm moving to Florida and working for Disney.
Oh, wonderful. All right. Lauren Grezek.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm graduating this May with my degree in accounting. And then next year, I'm going to the University of Michigan for my grad school.
Great. Okay, Lily.
Hi, I'm Lily. I'm graduating in May with a degree in computer science, and I'll be starting work full-time as an information security engineer.
All right. Maddie Fleury.
Hi, everyone. My name's Maddie. I'm also graduating in May with a degree in sales leadership, and then I start work in June in Grand Rapids as an account manager. So I'm excited about that.
All right, Marina Traub.
Hi, I'm Marina. I'm graduating this spring with a kinesiology major and then a health promotion and sociology minor. And after graduation, I'm going to be applying to PA school.
All right, Nick Mason.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm a finance major, graduating in the spring, and I don't have a job yet. Future's kind of TBD. So,
Okay, Noelle Curran.
Hi everyone, my name is Noelle. I'm graduating in May with a degree in chemical engineering, and after this trip, I'll be moving to Texas to work as a process engineer in a pharmaceutical company.
Okay, Patrick Nugent.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I'm graduating in May with a degree in sustainability. After graduation, I'm moving to Chicago where I have a job in construction management.
Good. Rachel Hubert or Halbert.
Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm graduating next month with a degree in marketing, and I currently am actively looking for a position.
Okay, Ryan, is it Viet?
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm graduating this semester with a degree in psychology, and after I graduate, I'm going into youth counseling in Ann Arbor.
Good. Sedona Falco.
Hi, I'm Sedona. I'm graduating in May with a degree in supply chain management, and in July, I start my job in Chicago.
Great. And we have Sophia, is it Zadie?
It's Sophia Zadie. No
Zadie.
worry, everyone pronounces it wrong. I'll be graduating with a hospitality degree in May, and I will be moving to Austin after the trip.
Wonderful. Did we get everyone?
Hi, I'm Adelina. I joined a little late, but I
Okay.
can tell you guys a bit about myself. So I'm graduating in May with a finance degree, and I'll be starting my job in July with JP Morgan.
Wonderful. Anyone else? Okay, all righty. So moving on, just so you know, the pre-departure information that I was planning on having at the meeting tonight, I sent that earlier. So if you get a chance, if you want to print that out, it just has the information. And a lot of that Jesse from AESU will be going over, but just so that you have it, I did send it on. Also, too, I was planning on giving you your travel gifts today, along with some cards that have little business cards that have the name of each of the hotels that you'll be staying in included. So what we'll do is we will try to get those out to you. Hopefully we all have your local addresses. I think a lot of the addresses I do have are for your parents. We'll work on that. And hopefully we can get those to you prior to departure, or we'll just send it to your home address. Okay. All right. So the only other thing I do want to mention, I know a lot of you have purchased travel insurance, but if you haven't, it's really important that you have to cover, any expenses that you've paid. Sometimes things happen unexpectedly, and it's always good to be covered. I had situations before where people have gotten injured the very first day of the trip, and I had to go home, and all the money that they've invested in it, they lost because they didn't have insurance that covered that. So just to keep that in mind, if you're thinking of it. So. All right. Okay. I'm going to switch this over to Jessie at AESU, and she's going to review the itinerary and talk about roommates, or give roommate assignments for those of you that do not have a roommate. And she will also answer any questions you might have. So take it away, Jessie.
Great, thank you, Regina, and hi, everybody. This is great to have this meeting. It means we're officially in the swing of tour season. You will be leaving, let's see, this is the Central Europe 514, so already May 14th, you will be on your way. You will be with our fabulous guide, Marlena. She is from Tyrol, Austria. And I actually will most likely see you in London and in Paris. I have a group that also starts the same day. We take a little bit different route, but it's kind of nice to get to meet the two groups together, at least for the start of the journey. But what I have today for you is just a little bit of prep info for your graduation trip that's coming up. And just please use me as a resource. As I said, I will be there this summer, and I have been tour directing for AESU since 2015. So we've seen a lot of changes, pre-COVID and after. A lot of things that I can highly recommend for pre-booking is really advantageous. And feel free to use the chat to drop in questions so you don't forget them. We'll definitely do it at the end. And let me see what all we have prepared for you here. All right, day of arrival. So this day is, we hit the ground running, more or less. And the day of arrival, your arrival is into London, of course. We land at Heathrow always, and you will be flying overnight. So when your flight arrives and you're all one group arriving together, I imagine everyone is on the same flight. That's wonderful. Marlena will meet you at the airport holding some sort of Michigan State or ASU sign, and you'll load the bus probably around that 10 a.m. time or so. You'll take the bus to the hotel, but this is the tricky part. You probably won't be able to get into your room. So I always kind of advise, if you can, set aside maybe something you'd like to change into, kind of have the toothbrush out or anything you might need to sort of get you ready for that first afternoon, because you have free time to explore London. The hotel that we stay in is super central. We're right in Soho. We're in the West End Theatre district of London. So many cool restaurants right around us. You're a walk from Big Ben if you want to go see it. So really have a lot of opportunity just right around us. And to note for the hotels, they're pretty small. So as far as packing, you probably don't want to bring your biggest suitcase. You'll also learn as we go along the way that you are picking up and carrying the suitcase up and down a decent amount of stairs or in and out of hallways, that sort of thing. So I think most people are always happier at the end of the trip when they've kind of brought a little bit less. Then you can buy souvenirs and go shopping along the way too. But to continue on with the day of arrival, that is first getting to the hotel, holding luggage, and some free time to explore with your new friends or old friends. The AESU website is a great resource. When you click into the trip, they have the toolbox of a couple of different buttons. There will be free time recommendations that gives kind of the open times and prices of to do museums or like the London Eye or that sort of thing to kind of get your wheels spinning on what you'd like to do. I highly recommend, I know it's a little bit overwhelming, sort of pre-planning what you want to do in your free time because there's so much, but maybe even to just have one thing that you have to see or have to do in every city will, I think, help you have a little bit better orientation when you get there. So the hotel check-in, as I said, it's in the afternoon. Most people check in a little bit before we do this orientation meeting, which is sort of a more formal introduction with your tour director, who of course will be with you on that bus ride to the hotel. But this is sort of laying down the rules of the tour, so to say, and just how it is going to go, the itinerary. In case you don't remember where we're going, we'll let you know all the other good stuff coming up. Call home. I guess this is pretty important. Maybe the office gets a handful of calls asking, hey, did my kid land or not? So just make sure you check in with mom and dad, let them know that you've made it. You'll notice as the trip goes on, time absolutely flies and we have a packed schedule. And so of course, you can keep up with home, but it's usually quite tough. But I would highly recommend bringing a journal so that when you do go home and can tell all the details to friends and family that you don't forget everything you ate and did and everything like that. So this evening, as I mentioned, the welcome orientation, it's pretty short and sweet. We usually do it at the hotel restaurant. They close off a room for us, half an hour or so talking through some hard facts about how options work, which I'll probably touch on later in this. And then we're off to the pub crawl. So pub crawl is super great that we're in a location that has tons of pubs right around us, a quintessential London thing to do. Typically it is kind of grab and go meals. 40 people are kind of tough to move through London's smaller pubs all at once. So we kind of do a bit of a stagger effect, and it's a really fun first night to get to know everyone. And then the next day is our full day in London. So a little bit about how the tour looks day to day. I would say every other day you have a full day in a city, and then every day in between is going to be probably a partial travel day plus some planned events. So that's kind of a good overall scope of how to visualize the tour. All right, we have paperwork for landing in the UK. This is changing all the time. May be digital by this May. When you are going through border security and landing and immigration at Heathrow, it is actually all virtual now. You no longer go up to anyone. You no longer, unfortunately, get a passport stamp. You open your page, scan it, and the doors glide open and you're through. It's making things go a lot faster. So hopefully from when you touch down onto the ground in London to when you see Marlena out after baggage claim, that should all go pretty short and sweet. And then our final documents, these are things then that you will have and should have printed or filed away on your phone. I think having a digital copy of everything is an automatic great idea. So front and back of credit cards, your passport page, front and back of your ID, anything that you're taking with you in your wallet, even though your wallet's not going to go away, in case that it would, that you have that digital documentation of everything. So your final documents will include any travel vouchers. That might be something like if you had a discount or something from ASU, extended itinerary. So I'm guessing that is for those of you going to Greece. I hope it's all of you. If you don't make it this time, you'll go back. I'm sure you'll hear from everyone that it is a great time. Your flight itinerary, yes, very important for you to have this on file. The hotel list, absolutely 100% screenshot this and have it accessible. Most likely you will be out and about on your own or with a friend or two in every city, and you're going to want to be able to easily reference this hotel address if you're hopping in a taxi cab or finding your way home. Packing list and useful hints, also something resource on the ASU website or sent out in their information. And then TSA rules and transfer information. So yes, of course, just we want to make sure we pack appropriately and again, leave room for souvenirs. Okay, what do you need to budget for? ASU recommends $60 to $80 per day. So this can include, first of all, breakfast is included, always. Really, it's quite good. It's usually some sort of buffet scenario, a European continental breakfast, lots of breads, fruits, and spreads kind of thing. We do a lot of quick sandwich making and packing to go also, if that can kind of get you through lunch with a few apples, so to say, from breakfast as well. Lunches are on your own. It's a lot of times a grab and go situation. If it's a travel day, most likely it is a kind of a convenience center that's along the drive. So we'll get off for the driver to have a break, refuel the bus, and we'll have half an hour or so to grab some little sandwiches or slices of pizza. You'd be amazed at how good the quote unquote gas station food is at an Italian stopover. But lunch will be something you're budgeting for then, and dinner approximately every other night or so. We end up being together versus on your own. Drink included in dinner is sometimes like a table wine for everybody. But at any dinner, any sit down event where we're together, there will always water available. And if you'd like anything additional that's not just there, then you go to the waiter individually or to the bar, and you can of course order and pay for whatever you like. Sightseeing that might be an addition, say in London, you want to do the London Eye, and I'll talk about a couple other pre-booking popular items such as the Vatican museums, Anne Frank House. the Accademia or Uffizi in Florence are usually some of the top pre-booking, pre-ticketed things that you might be spending some money on. And any transportation that's not included. But really for this, it's going to be pretty minimal. You get a pass for the full day that we have in London. You have metro covered also in Paris and in Rome as well. So most of the walking that you need to do in between can be done by foot. So what isn't covered in the $60 to $80 per day? Yes, of course, souvenirs, nights out, theater performances, etc. So yeah, the $60 to $80 that AESU recommends is kind of the average eating and a little bit extra on the sightseeing. Okay, and planning. So with this documents first, I said take digital pictures and have them printed. I always have a picture of my passport also in my suitcase. Credit cards, make sure you check with your credit card what the rule is for foreign transactions. So I would call your bank and the line on the back of your credit cards to know which one you should be using. I highly recommend to avoid bringing cash, bring US dollars that you would like to change over. This is getting to be a little bit more and more inconvenient, and because it's just less and less popular. If your credit card does not have any foreign transaction fees, you'll also want to check what the cash advance fee is. This is the like basically the ATM withdrawal fee. And a lot of them will have a fee, but maybe if you take out 200 or 300 euros, you really only have that fee once. What probably isn't going to be a good idea is having a credit card and taking out 20 euros here, 20 euros there. But I highly recommend to just call your bank and call your card and have an understanding of how to best approach it versus when you're there and then getting hit with the fees and not being sure what to do. But most definitely a card will be better than having to turn over US dollars. As far as phones, this is also a contact your provider to get to know what options you have abroad. So of course you can operate your phone by just turning the cellular data off and waiting until we're in Wi-Fi. All of the hotels, definitely, I've had the experience of always having Wi-Fi. Sometimes it's a little stronger in the lobby than it is in your room. And it's not necessarily like a streaming speed, but you can of course send messages once you connect to the Wi-Fi. But as far as plans, it changes even with the companies almost year to year. I switched to T-Mobile because they had the most days you could use abroad out of plan, and now it's AT&T that has the best. If you're gone X amount of days, you pay, I think, $30 extra that month or something like that. So make sure you set it up beforehand, because it is not something that can be set up once you're abroad and you've turned that phone and activated it in the UK and you don't have it set up appropriately. That's when you could get the monster fees. So again, just pre-planning is of the utmost importance, and just checking your flights. Yeah, the day before, just make sure you get online. And I always use FlightAware, of course, to watch you arriving to me in London, but go ahead and just make sure everything is looking good with your flight, that it's on time and everything like that. Yes, the PDF I think can absolutely be sent, probably with the rooming list as well, which I will get to. Free time activities. So AESU, yes, does have a list of free time activities for each city you will be traveling to, and that is to help you structure your free time. And a lot of that can be done pretty close to the time of event. You can really make the plan that morning to go to the X museum that afternoon. The couple I mentioned, I'll go over again, are really ones that get full quickly, so that I would advise booking in advance. It is most important to plan out your free time in London, as you will have almost a whole day exploring the city before the welcome orientation. So assuming that this is a extra early flight, then I would kind of mark off 2 or 3 things in the city that you would like to see beforehand, and just to give you an idea of what the next day looks like, so you don't repeat the things. The next day is a walking tour with a local city guide. We will go to Buckingham Palace. We will go to the Tower of London. We will see also Tower Bridge. That's usually where we end the tour. We'll of course see Big Ben and Parliament and Westminster Abbey. But that first day, the recommendations are usually the London Eye, going into Westminster Abbey, which is ticketed, or if it's a service happening, you're able to walk in and see it that way. Churchill War Museums, and then the St. Giles Hotel, which we'll be staying at, is right next to the a museum, which I will remember in a second. This map is the tube map. The first day you don't have a ticket, but we are super central, and I really think you can probably walk to anywhere that you're headed. And the next day you will have a full day tube pass because we will use it in the morning for our guided tour. Okay, packing. The recommendations are to take for luggage 1 checked bag and 1 carry-on. The carry-on is a good idea just in case that awful thing happens where the luggage doesn't show up and you do. It is good to pack the carry-on so that you could survive a few days if your luggage wasn't to make it. That's sort of always how I think, even though it's a little wary, but always better to be prepared. Again, as I mentioned, the bus, of course, is transporting us from city to city, but if the hotel doesn't have an elevator or we're getting it up the hill or something, just make sure that you can get your suitcases, around the corner and maybe up a few stairs or something like that, because every now and then we are having to carry them. A converter is going to be really rare. If there's a very specific, like maybe hair item or something that might need a converter. Nowadays, many Apple things, most plug-in things will be dual voltage. So this is what you just want to look at for dual voltage. Adapter, this is very important. Note that the UK is different from mainland Europe. So the UK will be the 3-pronged flat plugs. And then in Europe, from when you get to France and you end in either Italy or in Greece, you'll have the 2 circular prong. So that you'll probably need a few more of. And in the UK, really only there a day and a half, but still make sure to bring at least one of those plugs. Quickly, side note, kind of about while we're in London, being different from the rest of Europe is also the British pound, the currency. In London, it is almost rare to use cash now. I would advise anyone on tour that they just don't need it. The only thing you really might need it for is if you're checking out like a street market or something, but even most people have some sort of tap type payment. So I would highly advise not even worrying about cash until you're on your way to Paris and you take out euros to start you off. So London 100%, I think you can be paid by card. And additional packing, medicines, just always important to have it in your original packaging so that it has your full name on it and the dosage. Student ID, of course, so any type of other entry, museum, etc., always will have a discounted rate if you have your student ID. So that is definitely a good idea. Things not to take, this says laptop and tablet. If it's a fairly smaller tablet, it may be a good idea if you're able to download a handful of movies or that sort of thing, because there really is a good amount of time on the bus. We usually try to fit it in early in the morning, but if we leave early, we get ourselves on the bus. You do have some hours to catch up on sleep, but it might be a good time to watch a show or a movie or something like that. So the tablet, if you can read or watch movies on it, may be a good idea. Laptops, I think anyone who does bring them regrets it because it's a little bit bulky to carry around. We're on and off the bus constantly. And as I mentioned, about every other day is a travel day. And so when we leave Amsterdam and are driving through to Heidelberg, for example, we get off in Cologne and stop for a few hours. So you're leaving all of your things on the bus. So you're not always having that hotel room to keep everything in, just so you know. So, and it's summer, it might get hot. So the laptop is probably just a little bit less of a headache to leave at home. Don't take traveler's checks. Nope. Straighteners or hair dryers, just double check that they're dual voltage. Hair dryers usually always create a problem, and a lot of times the hotel, if it's not just in your room, you can ask for it at reception. So I would definitely avoid bringing that. Suggested things to pack. Okay, so extra memory for camera. If you're bringing a camera, washcloth. Yeah, okay. A few empty Ziploc baggies or grocery bags or canvas bags, something that just maybe you can, run to the grocery store if we're going to a picnic in Paris or something like that is always nice. A refillable water bottle is also great. Money belt, if you like. I think it's not so necessary. As far as advising everyone on how to handle bringing money or their passport around, I stick to when we reach the hotel to put your passport in a safe space, whether that means locking it in the safe and you can remember the code and remember to get it out before we leave the next morning or two, then use the safe. If not, have a special place in your suitcase that you put it. Otherwise, keep it on your person, whether that is a money belt or just a purse or whatever you decide on.